so here he is, one of the greatest welterweights in UFC history, the Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman. Some criticize maybe his risk mitigation late in that Leon Edwards fight, but this man is an offensive fighter. He's got every skill in the book, and we'll see which ones he chooses to employ here tonight.
It's crazy because when he came off the Ultimate Fighter, he was known as a bit boring. But him and Trevor Whitman have such a great partnership that they have developed a style that works for Kamaru, and it works at such an elite level. He got caught. How does he bounce back? This guy, his jab is tremendous. He can knock you out with it. His wrestling in his top control is second to none. Kamaru Usman possesses all the skills in the world. How does he implement those skills tonight when he steps inside the octagon?
And one thing you never have to worry about, the output, the work ethic, one of the hardest workers in the room in the UFC, and he is at the height of motivation getting back on the proven ground tonight. He has graced the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, here's the top 5 welterweight contender, Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. And I posit calling him an overachiever, but there were a lot of people who didn't necessarily think that this man was going to vault into the top 5 and be the factor that he has become in one of the UFC's deepest divisions.
Well, when you're this committed, when you are so committed to your craft, and you have an iron will that you will be something special, you can accomplish anything. That's Belal Muhammad. When you talk to him, you get a sense that this guy believes that he's the best in the world. He doesn't believe it. He applies the work ethic to it to make himself and give himself a chance. It has allowed for him to be exactly where he is today.
And now he believes he might just be one win away from his first shot at the UFC title. We'll see how it goes for Muhammad tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. The veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian nightmare, Usman. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight. All right, early round action here. Kamaru Usman's wrestling is next level. His MMA wrestling, super functional. But he believes that the jab is going to be the key here tonight. Obviously, he has gone to great lengths to develop that under Trevor Whitman, and he felt like he might actually be able to win this fight without securing a single takedown. We shall see. All right, so there's the takedown from Kamaru Usman. We know he has fallen in love with his jab at his hands a little bit, but back to his bread and butter early in this one.
Well, it's his roots, right? For as good as he is in the stand-up, for as powerful as the jab is, it's always going to be the... He's got to be careful here. Massive shot from the top.
Usman's in half guard now. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, You got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop the fight.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Ground and pound strike there now. Moving his head pretty well defensively on the ground here. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it.
Oh, huge elbow!
Cut that!
Oh!
He did a great job of reversing the position, using the opening that his opponent gave him to shut him off and get back up. Oh! He's got great kicks also. He needs to be throwing more kicks in this fight. He hasn't thrown many at all.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Nice transition. Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Now drops inside that closed guard. Muhammad's going for a choke. Oh, real good submission attempt. Now that one looks tight. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Usman. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
All right, so the big storyline in this one, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. The wrestling's on point and the ground and pound going on as well.
You know, these skills are what allowed for Kamaru Usman to become the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He is a tremendous wrestler, incredibly strong, and you are seeing all that happen in the octagon right now. He is on point.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Usman. Another ground and pound strike lands.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man. You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just got to move.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Usman ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage. Oh, looked like that strike from the bottom fighter got the crowd's attention. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse. And he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Usman. Second round, straight ahead. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure. But nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool. And I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding. But if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's horrible.
Ready, fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round two. Uppercut lands. All right, so there's the takedown game on display, all set up, though, by the hands this time.
It has to be set up. You cannot just take blind takedown attempts. You can't just shoot. You got to set your opponent up. He did that beautifully.
Usman going to work here from guard and doing a pretty good job, I might add. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long.
On to the mount.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Usman. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there.
Scramble and go! Scramble and go!
He's got to start throwing down.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off of the hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Belal Muhammad. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. While landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Usman.
Great job finding his shots from the top position. Another strike gets through from the top position.
Postures up now and lands a devastating strike to the head. All right, working on the ground here, his opponent's feet on the hips.
Oh, high elbow guillotine.
That guillotine is tight. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. Champ, these submission setups aren't that bad, but he keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time. He knows what to do whenever something is coming in his direction. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch a guy comfortable even when he's under attack.
All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
Good work from the top here by Usman. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Muhammad.
You're winning here. Watch it finish.
All right, full guard now, DC.
The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then move to the next position. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to build a shield. Try to push your opponent off to try to get back to your feet.
All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Oh, he just continues to attack that cut around the eye. Gotta think his vision's compromised now.
As he should, right? He sees the blood poured into his opponent's eyes. His opponent now is squinting, trying to maintain his line of sight. He has got to continue to go at that cut right now.
Final seconds here of round two. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. 10 minutes in the books.
That's what I'm talking about right there. He can't handle your striking.
moving to your left. Just stay away from his power and just keep walking.
All right, let's get you some pictures from that previous round, DC. A lot of good work with the ground and pound strike.
Yeah, he was able to control posture, get himself postured up, land big ground and pound as he ended the round. What a great finish to a fantastic round.
Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Again, he's looking for that left. Beautiful job to split the guard. Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beat Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's going to do to stay in this fight. Oh, there we go.
All right, well, that blow is bossing from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut. He's got to be careful here. Using a lot of good movement.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Usman. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard. In the half guard.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Usman.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Usman ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count.
Good job being a threat off your back and not allowing your opponent to get comfortable. He's doing a great job of recognizing that he's damaging his opponent, and he keeps going to that spot. All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys. Just got to be careful here.
Usman's right back to the full mount. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Well, at this point, I would use the word critical. Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal. Oh, he's got his back. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman.
Stop, stop, stop.
Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
Bruce Buffer has your decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 5 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
All right, Kamaru Usman, your winner tonight by knockout, and this was a no